Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Daily The Hindu News Analysis channel here. My name is Nidhi, and I am here to give you the simplified version of the Hindu newspaper and current affairs which is happening around us. Whenever we read newspaper or any news article, we just see it at the surface level. We never try to understand that what is the philosophy behind it, what is the structural problem that that particular news headline is trying to convey. Because any news is coming, it is basically representing some kind of problem in our country. And as a good citizen, we must know the problems, and we must have our own opinions about that problem, why it is happening. So here on this platform, you do not only get to listen the newspaper news or current affairs, but here you will actually know the problem, and then we will try to resolve them. We will try to discuss them and try to have a mindset which becomes a solution oriented mindset, who basically seeks to find the solutions of the problem. This is the main goal and the main agenda, because histories are not created by the victims, but histories are created by the warriors, and the warriors always focus on the solution. They never focus on the problems and blaming the circumstances or the situations. So let's become the warriors in our story. So let's begin. So our first news headline basically talks about Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. Now what does the PIB says, that Public Information Bureau? I took this news item from the PIB. Now the government approves supply of improved quality of rice under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, where earlier government used to give these broken rice. Government in this Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, government resolved to give food items like pulses, rice, wheat to those people who cannot afford it. And now they are saying that they are going to improve the food quality, like the rice they used to give, the broken rice they used to give, the proportion. It means if they are giving 100 units of the broken rice, and earlier 16 units in that rice was broken, now that number has reduced to 10%. So they are now giving a new improved quality of rice, which will be helpful for them, which will be more nutritious, and it will be more tastier also. Now they are going to give. Now this is not the news, I feel, right? But let me tell you the actual news here. Do you know how many beneficiaries are there in our country of Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana? Any guesses? It's 80 crore. Yes, 80 crore people to get beneficiaries to receive better quality rice. Now, you see, okay, some will move forward. Now they will not ponder about the thing, they will not think about it. They'll think, okay, fine, move it. But here, our main thing lies, our creativity lies, is that 80 crore people are getting subsidized food. Are you understanding the depth of the statement? 80 crore people are getting subsidized food. The population of our country is 140 crore, and 80 crore, it means more than 50% of our country is feeding on subsidized food. It's a thoughtful thing. It is a thing which we all should ponder. When India's economy is improving, when India is growing at a India is among the top 5 countries of highest GDP in the world. India's middle class is expanding. Why more than 50% of people are receiving subsidized food? Why people are not getting, not they are not eating food which they have purchased it? Why they are getting it from the subsidies? This is the biggest question that all should come in our mind. Now, what is the reason behind it? Why such things is happening? Now, the number one thing is that although our country is improving, GDP is improving, but our country is following a K-shaped growth. Now, this is according to economists. This K-shaped growth is a growth where if you can imagine the K. So there's a straight line, and there's a one forearm of the K which is in the upper direction, and another forearm of the K which is in the lower direction. Now this K, the upper arm K, it represents the people from the elite professions, or they belong to the formal sector people, real estate, corporate services, technology, bureaucracy, government services people, those who are basically in the formal sector. Now this K, now the K is going upward is going in upward direction, and the lower arm of the K, which represents the people who belongs to informal sector like agriculture, MSMEs, the people who basically survive on hand to mouth direction. Now their growth is going in the downward direction. So what does it show? Now it shows that the people are getting more richer. The who is rich, he is getting more richer, and the person who is not so rich, he is not getting richer, rather he is getting more poorer. This is the K type of growth. Yes, India is growing, but what kind of growth that India is showing? India is showing K growth, K type growth. This is the number one reason. And why such thing is happening? This is the another matter of the debate. Now the another question which we have to listen is that rising of neo middle class. You see about middle class, but what does the term neo middle class says? That 5 years back, 7 years back, India's multi-poverty directional index was very high, right? But now it is now going to increase. It means that many people are coming out of the poverty, right? And it means that they are not below the poverty line, they are above the poverty line, but they have not accumulated a lot of wealth right now in this case. And the government is saying that if we give them if they have a limited amount of money, if they spend if they have the only two options, like if they spend that money in the health sector, in education sector, in buying investments, or they can spend in the food items. Now in this case, since they are recently come out of this middle class, in this poverty line, they have limited amount of money. That's why we can help them by giving them subsidized food, so that they don't have to think about the food, about the subsidies food, and they can use that food, use that money in growing their life and making their life more sustainable. Now also another reason is that is according to National Food Security Act of 2013, it legally mandates government to provide subsidized food grains to people from the 75% of rural population and 50% of urban population. Right now 67% of the Indian population is getting subsidized food. So it is not that government is governing, but also due to rules and regulations also many people are depending on these subsidies. Now what are the consequences? Let's say if government keeps giving subsidized food, then what will be the consequences? Now here I would like to divide the consequences in two parts, in the positive manner and in the negative manner, because every coin has two sides. So let's explore these two sides. Now government keeps on giving subsidized food. Now what does it show? In a positive manner, number one thing that it shows, the policy of welfare state. Our DPSP, which is mentioned from the article number 36 to article number 51 in our Indian constitution, in among them clause, there is a clause that India should be a welfare state, right? And providing subsidized food is basically proving that we are giving welfare state. We are giving food to that person also who cannot even afford it. Also, it ensures food safety in our country, that due to some reason, if person is not getting enough food, government is going to provide them. So it shows that government is ensuring the food safety. But like as I said earlier, there are some negative points also. Like what are the negative points? Like if government keeps on giving the subsidized food, it will put hell amount of economic burden on the government. It will on our budget, right? We will always remain in the debt, and our revenue expenditure increases, because you see you have to give subsidized food every month to so many people, so your revenue budget also increases. So, and it also indicates that a country like India, who is among the top 5 of highest global GDP countries, that economy is not generating enough formal, high productivity, living wages job. It kind of jobs, it cannot give so much money to the people that they can buy their own food. It simply shows this. Now it puts India in a negative image at the national level, also at the global level also. These are the few consequences that India is going to face. Now what are the alternatives which we can see? Now say in this case, well, government currently is spending 2 lakh crore rupees on the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Annadata Yojana. Now here in this case, government should divert some funds from the scheme to in building some capital intensive sectors, like making roads, railways, employment generation, skill development, because ultimately they are going to give some some kind of a profit in the longer run. They are kind of investment, and we should be focused on them. So this is the major reason government start diverting the fund. It will also make our citizens capable to earn their money, so that they can buy their own food. And it can also enhances the government's capitals, be it human capital or it physical capital. Capital is is bound to give us some kind of a returns in the future, and government should follow in that case. So if I were the if I would be the advisor to the Prime Minister, that I would definitely suggest that we should divert our 2 lakh crore rupees to these sectors also. Our second news headline is basically about, there's an article in our newspaper about this artificial intelligence, and in that artificial intelligence, that author basically talks about stages of AI. I would like to ask you that what are the stages of artificial intelligence? Well, there are 3 stages of artificial intelligence. Now the number one stage in which we are actually living is the artificial narrow intelligence. Now it is that kind of a artificial intelligence where AI is designed to take commands from us, it means from humans, and he is going to do that command only. He's not going to AI is not going to basically apply its own brain. The whatever work is being provided to AI will do that only. This is the thing, and this stage is currently existing in this world, where we give some work to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT, Gemini, or any other AI app will do that thing for us. Now the another stage is of the AI is the artificial general intelligence. Now in the artificial general intelligence, AI will be having human emotions also and human intelligence also. Like we feel some we, what makes us, what makes humans different from the machines, that we can feel the things, we have emotions, we can express our emotions, we can say, we can feel anything: love, anger, hatred, sadness, happiness. We can face and we can express it also, but machine cannot. We have our own mind, a rational mind which we can use to basically do things which are unpredictable. Let's say if any unpredictable situations comes in front of a robot, now robot is going to do that thing in according to their data registered in their mind. But let's say if any kind of unfavorable situation comes in front of us, we are going to apply our mind and we will create our own method to deal with that situation. This is the thing. Now currently, and now the scientists, they want to give such kind of a ability to the AI. Currently the stage is not yet achieved in our country. The last stage is the artificial super intelligence. It is that stage where AI robots will become super intelligent, and they will have a higher level of emotional intelligence, international emotional quotient, intelligence quotient, and they will go above the humans. Now right now it is a very hypothetical situations, because it is going to harm humans only. It can make human extinct from our country also. So let me know in the comment section, what do you understand about whether which stage should, whether this artificial super intelligences will be possible in the future or not, and what do you think about it. Now the next topic I would like to talk about is that recently Ministry of Home Affairs has started Manas site. Now Manas is basically Madak Padarth Nishedh Ashotham Kendra. Now it's a telephone helpline platform. It's a platform for the persons who are suffering from, who are addicted to drugs or any kind of intoxicant things. They're addicted to that, and they want this, they are seeking help basically to, they're seeking help to basically to they want to break this habit, they want to break this addiction. In that case, they can get a free help, they can take a free help from the government personals, and that's why government has started it. Now this site is going to work under the National Criminal Bureau, NCB, and they are going to take care of all of these things. Now the next thing which I would like to talk about is about a new initiative or a new kind of a policy, that is Punjab government land pooling policy. Now what is this Punjab government land pooling policy? Okay, let's imagine a situation where government wants to create an airport, right? So what is the first thing that government wants in order to create an airport? What do you want? Number one thing. Now the number one thing that you want is land, right? Government want land in order to create an airport. Now how will government get that land? So basically government will get this, if some people are residing there, government will earlier it used to happen that government requested that people that please vacate this land, we will give you the land, we will shift you to another place of the equivalent area, of the equivalent value, or will give you that value to you, and you can buy another house for yourself. We are going to use this for making airports. Now this process is basically known as land acquisition in the legal term. Now the problem with land acquisition was that sometimes payment was not made. Sometimes government made it. Government said that they are going to give compensations, but they don't get that. People generally, they do not get the full payment or full compensation for that area, or sometimes they generally don't want to leave that area, and there are many reasons are that. So many people, they are basically tense. They get tensed when the land acquisition process happened in their life. So now the Punjab government has bring a new policy known as land pooling policy, where they are saying that we are taking your land for making capitals like roads, hospitals, schools, or factories, airport, but we were going to take, but we want to make you partner in our project. Okay, let's say government wants to make an hospital here, and he told us to basically vacate the seat. Now here, Punjab government is going to give three options to the people, to the owners. What per option? Number one option is that either you take the full payment of this residential complex, you take the full payment and you go and buy another house, or we'll shift you somewhere else. Number two is that we will provide you the, if you have 100 gaj of plot here, and we will provide you 100 gaj of land. When hospital is made, when airport made, we'll provide 100 gaj of them. And that property, earlier it was a residential, it used to be a residential property, now it get converted into the commercial property. So of that, it means 100 gaj of your house. If you have a land of 100 gaj, before land acquisition it was a residential policy, but after making hospitals or after land acquisition, it becomes a commercial property, which you can use to you can basically use it to basically open a shop, give it to lease, or any other thing. That's your property. It will be registered under your name, and it will be a commercial property, and you will not have to give any registration lease fees or etc. Number third option that the Punjab government is giving, that 50% will be the 50% amount will give you to buy your new house or residential property, and 50% of the amount will give it for the, it will be a commercial property. Now this whole process is land pooling policy. Now this is a very interesting project, because it is not only demanding people that you should do it, it is basically including people here, and what here, making citizens partner in the government project. And it is a two-way process here. Government is actually asking you that what you really want. This is the thing. And also accountability is there, choices is there. That's why this project, that's why this policy is very good. Let me know in the comment section what you really understand it. So, and that today's newspaper, we have covered from health to economy to basically mental health problems to the policy issues. So that's it for today's newspaper. Let me know in the comment section which article do you like the most, and also tell me what's your opinion on the land pooling policy. We will meet tomorrow. Till then, stay safe, stay happy. Bye bye.